Today we ended up getting an update from Sledgehammer for Call of Duty World War II on a number of different things. We got some cool stuff to look forward to in the upcoming week, and also we'll end up seeing a bunch of new stuff given to us in the next title update that was detailed as well. Plus we end up having the end of Liberty Strike coming, so there's a lot to talk about here that was recapped and also set out as a roadmap for the upcoming days to weeks within World War II with Sledgehammer's community update as well as reveal stream for that, to which we're going to be breaking that down here for you guys with this one. One thing in particular we've been waiting months to hear about, and we finally got a little more information on it, so I'm excited to talk about all that with you guys. So that said, let's just jump right into it. So first things first, they ended up starting out this entire update with talking about some upcoming multiplayer fixes. Those things including improving hit detection consistency when using shotguns against cavalry and the shield more specifically, then also fixing an issue where Prestige and Cavalry Division causes secondary weapons to default to a rifle, then also fixing an issue where character models' legs are missing from the war mode cutscenes. These are some things that have been going on since Cavalry was added in that big title update that happened right at the launch of DLC 2 on PlayStation 4, and then also of course that time that Xbox One and PC also got that, but these have been floating around the community for quite some time. Now, we've talked about this before in the past where this actually comes down to a hard coding issue, and it's not something that can just be a quick playlist update fix for this. So these are going to be coming in the next title update for Call of Duty World War II, whenever that may be. My guess is not this coming Tuesday, but a little bit later on, because from their stream, they made it seem like they're still not necessarily going to come out immediately following and what is in the upcoming days, but still relatively soon enough. So that was something you can definitely expect here from this, and it was nice to hear some of the addressing of these issues that have been known in the community for quite some time. But then they ended up going on and talking about a little bit of the Weekend Warfare playlist for this weekend in particular, to which that's double XP on the Wanderlust basic training playlist and double XP when you party up in any mode. Now the cool thing that was tethered along with this announcement is that the Winter Siege collections are actually unlocked right now. So if you guys did not get anything that you wanted from, say, all the way back in December to early January, now's your chance to do that. If you ended up having, say, completed collections and you couldn't get those final tier rewards because, well, they were just locked up, now's your chance to do so. If you want to do that, head over to the collections in the Quartermaster with Butcher right now, and you should end up seeing some green stars as if you end up having new things. So it'll take you to the overall progress and little landing page there for Winter Siege, but then what it will do is that you'd have to actually go in and select each of them and manually unlock each. So all you have to do is go in and click on the collection reward and it'll unlock it for you, but it's not something that is automatic. So unfortunately you do have to do it yourself, but again, if you are missing any different items, now's a perfect chance to go in and grab whatever you may need, because they are unlocked for a very limited time and until Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So jump on that if you guys have the opportunity to. The next thing mentioned was that it's actually now PC free access weekend for Call of Duty World War II. So if you have a PC that can support it, all you gotta do is jump on Steam and you can play for free. This is something that comes around every so often, and honestly, I wish that it would end up bringing more people to the PC version of World War II, but it's something that is a lot of fun, and I think honestly, having played way back in the day, I haven't played recently on PC, it does run pretty smoothly from what I remember. Now feel free to correct me if I'm wrong if you're from the PC community and it has some glaring issues, but for what it's worth, if you guys want to experience it on a different platform, maybe play in 4K, whatever it may be, or with a different FOV with a slider in there and an uncapped frame rate, feel free to try that out. It is available for free once again right now for this weekend. So the only difference with this one though compared to other weekend deals we end up seeing is this one goes until Sunday, July 22nd at 2 p.m. PDT or 5 p.m. EST and I believe 10 p.m. GMT if I get those conversions right. But again, it's available only for literally this weekend and not until Monday. So that's something to bear in mind if you're interested, but if you guys are, feel free to check it out. Now, the next thing they talk about is that of the weekly weapon contract. They said, once again, make sure you go check out the weapon contract this week, which is the Nambu Type 2. That's for 30 hit fire kills in an hour's time frame for 5,000 armory credits. A rather easy one to complete and one that shouldn't take you all that long, so if you don't have the Nambu or any variants of that, now's a perfect opportunity to do so for only 5,000 armory credits to get one of those. Again, personally, it's not necessarily my favorite weapon in the SMG classification, but it can hold its own, so if you're looking to try out something new and you don't have any variations of this, feel free to give this one a go as well. Then the next thing they ended up talking about was the community challenge. We actually just unlocked tier 4 as of recently. My tracker is still actually not in, so I can't tell you the exact number or how close we are, but we're coming down to the wire. The event is going to end at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Tuesday, so that's something in which we'll see the event and the community challenge close at that point. So hopefully we can end up grinding that out. We'll have some stuff talking about this over the weekend for you guys as well, I believe, but that's something that if you guys want to get that final tier reward of the M1 Independent 2 Heroic variant, make sure you jump on and play as much as possible this weekend. So that is where we're at with that. Next, we move into some stuff that is coming up. So we'll knock out the earlier stuff and the smaller things real quick. Next week's midweek mobilization is double XP on all war mode maps on Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, up until Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time as well. So that 24-hour period, you're gonna have double XP on any of the war modes. Regular standard war mode or ground war will be available for that as well. Then the weekend warfare playlist, I'm really bummed that I'm actually not gonna be home for this one to play it, but this is gonna be available for all you guys to play on Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time up until Monday, July 30th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That being the throwback playlist with double XP in it. I had a ton of fun with the throwback playlist the last time it was live, so again, really upset that I'm missing it this time, but for those guys that either missed it or just want to play with it again, you'll have a selection of different basic trainings that aren't in the standard game, but are instead replicas of classic perks like Commando Pro, Danger Close Pro, Frag ×3, all those different perks as basic trainings that you saw back in the classic era of Call of Duty. So it's a lot of fun to play around with. There's going to be a mosh pit of all kinds of different game modes, all in one that you'll be able to play with those specific new basic trainings, or I guess returning basic trainings within World War II. It was a lot of fun the first time around, had a great time with it, and so definitely excited for you guys to get your hands on it again and play some games for me, man, because I'm really gonna miss this one. But regardless, that's gonna move us over into the next one that I want to talk about, that being the weekly weapon contract. We've been getting these a week early, so that's totally nice that we get to have some heads up for this, but next week's is going to once again continue the Attack of the Undead little theme we've had going on, where we're continuing some of the more recent weapon updates, but this one being the lever action is going to be available from the Quartermaster next week. Now, at this point, Butcher's probably gonna be gone, so Corporal Green will be back, giving us this weapon for the week, but probably once again gonna be 4,000 to 5,000 armory credits, an hour time frame, and maybe say headshots with a sniper, maybe one shot, one kill, stuff like that that is relatively easy to end up getting in an hour's time frame. So that'll be there for you guys. This one is probably my favorite sniper along with the Delisle right now, so if you guys are a fan of sniping and don't necessarily have any of these variants, keep an eye out for this one because it's definitely going to be worth it. This one is a fantastic weapon. Now, let's talk a little bit about some stuff that is going to be much bigger. One that I am very happy after months of it being teased, we finally get a little more information in our first actual visual representation and showcase of some of the things we'll be getting for Master Prestige rewards. So for the longest time, for those of you guys that don't know, this has been something that Sledge has been working on. We didn't really have much indication as to what it would be. Then as of recently, I believe maybe a month to 2 months ago, we ended up getting in the multiplayer mail station, we ended up getting an extra 100 armory credits instead of what we normally have in terms of 200, we now have 300. So that's something that if you're Master Prestige, which whether it be that first level of 56 or all the way up to level 1000, you have that extra 100 armory credits every 4 hours, which does help out a little bit. But the next big thing we ended up getting was today, in which you can see right on screen right now, this is the level 1000 uniform you'll end up getting. Now, the cool thing about this is that this is the final tier reward for this, but you're not going to be left out to dry with absolutely nothing to do until you reach a level 1000. This is all earned progressively, so we don't know the exact progression of it, but maybe you end up getting the gas mask at level 100. Maybe at 200 you end up getting the camo. So all these things will eventually culminate to be that final set of what is the Master Prestige royalty looking uniform and customization sets, but you can end up earning each individual piece as you go. One thing that is also very, very important to note, because I've seen a lot of people really hating on this system already, and we still don't have enough information, I think, to really say this is worth it or it's totally not worth it. One thing that I will say is that this is a sneak peek. So I'm not expecting this to be the only thing we end up getting, where it's going to take, once again, 1000 levels to get this full uniform and outfit and camo set, but instead it's only going to be one part of a reward system. So we end up seeing this is following very similarly, almost if not identical, to what we saw with the uniforms for Advanced Warfare's Grandmaster Prestige. So that's something that maybe we end up seeing a weapon system implemented as well for incremental rewards of either variants or an unlock token or something like that. Right now it's it's way too early to tell, and this is only one small tidbit of what we'll be getting with Master Prestige. So you have to bear that in mind, and it's something that I wouldn't jump to conclusions just yet, but it's very cool that we end up seeing this, and I know that I'm definitely going to be grinding out for whatever portions I can get of this new character and customization set. So I'm all for it. I'm excited to see what else may be behind the curtain, but until then, we have this on our hands, and that's really where we're going to wrap it up. That pretty much just about does it for the multiplayer portion of this update that Sledge gave us as of today, the weekly update. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Is there anything in particular you guys were looking forward to, or maybe that you didn't get answered out of this, or are you guys excited for Master Prestige rewards? Whatever it may be, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like down below. Of course, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding Call of Duty World War II, anything in relation to updates, news, best class setups, tips, tricks, all that good stuff. We got you covered here on the channel. So if any of that interests you, make sure that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing. And of course, if you guys want to follow me over on Twitter as well, that's the best place to get connected with me outside of YouTube. Practically live on Twitter, so if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. And also, if you guys want to follow me over on Instagram as well, going on a little trip to go visit some family in California, so if you guys want to stay up to date with the real life stuff with that, feel free to drop a follow down there as well. But let's get out of the way. Hope you guys had a fantastic day. Thank you all so much for watching. Mine's been Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.